What's up? We're Foster the People.
And these are our Marquee memories.
Nine Inch Nails, when was that show?
2015, 14.
Yeah, it was at the Staples Center. It's one of the best shows I've ever seen.
It felt like being in a video game or something.
Yeah. The production was next level. There's like a kind of a see-through screen in the front of the stage that you could kind of see them behind.
And I remember they had the drum machine, they programmed it live, and you were following along with it as the track was going, and they were manipulating it, and it was just, it was insane.
Their front of house guy was doing this thing where when the band would stop, the band was incredibly tight. So like when they would hit a stop, it was perfect. But then their front of house would mute, and it would create this extra silence of depth. And they did that like fast. It would be like silence, boom, silence, boom, silence. Like it was just like really dynamic. That blew me away. I've never seen anything like that. So this was at the Hollywood Bowl. Sting and Peter Gabriel together. They did this kind of a short run together called the Rock, Paper, Scissors Tour. The reason being was that they were on stage together with their bands at the same time. They kind of went back and forth through their catalogs. It was a pretty special format. Yeah.
I remember we had great seats. We were like in that perfect area in front of the stage.
Their music really complemented each other because Peter would like kind of break everybody's hearts and just bring so much soul and like kind of this dark, mysterious mood, and it would just be, you'd just be like really open. It was so authentic. And then Sting would get everybody out of their seats, and they would just be like just so much joy.
It was really mind-blowing.
Oh my God, and I forget about this. So I run into a friend at the show, and he was like, do you want to come to the after party? It's like kind of at a restaurant next door. And I was like, yeah, sure. And so let's go to this after party after the show. And I remember they had these like little like lobster roll hors d'oeuvres that were covered in butter. So I like had one and my hands were covered in butter. So I go into the bathroom to wash my hands, and it's Sting. He's in there at the urinal, kind of like finishing up. And I walk in as he turns, and we just like lock eyes. He's like looking at me, and it's like kind of a pregnant pause to where like I have to say something. And I was like, hey man, you know, that was an incredible show tonight. And then he just like turned and he's like, yeah, you know, he's like, gotta pay the bills. So good, I'll never forget that. I'm just like, don't you live in a castle? What do you mean you gotta pay the bills?
Yeah.
But it's also
I'd
everything you want
imagine
from, yeah, but you want that from him too. You're like, well, you know, he was a teacher, and he's,
Yeah.
even though he's been famous for 40 years, he still feels grounded.
Thanks for listening to our Marquee Memories.
Catch us on tour to make some memories of your own.